Hi, my name's Abby, this is my dad, and this is my sister Rebecca. On today's episode of Cooking with Abby, we're going to be making Bambino pizza.
Well, technically we're making pizza
Bambino.
in Bambino sizes.
Which means baby something?
Well, now you're giving things away and people are going to know we didn't shoot this in order. Of course, the fact that it's dark now and was light when we started may also have things to do with it. So, today,
Anyways.
all the backstory out of the way. Absolutely, we're making pizza. Why? Because pizza's amazing. Homemade pizza is the best pizza on earth.
And homemade dough.
And homemade dough, exactly.
Yeah.
We're making our own dough. You don't need to, right? You can fully experience homemade pizza with store-bought dough. You can either buy the frozen balls or you can buy them like made. We opted not to make our own sauce today. We have done it in the past. I don't know if you guys remember, but we've done it in the past. A lot of work, not a lot of gain. Jarred sauce is just as good. We're going with tomato sauce, although I did recently find a pesto that I enjoyed, which is weird because I don't like pesto, but I digress. Bambino, we made four little pizzas. One each, one for the little miss who's napping. And yeah, little, as Rebecca pointed out at one point, a little not so much because I rolled mine out a little thinner crust than these guys.
Yeah, like ours is...
But you know what? Pizza, homemade, lots of fun. Everybody gets to do their own. Put it in the oven. Great dinner, great lunch, leftovers, fantastic. Serve it with a salad, serve it straight up. So many options. Where can people find the recipe for today, Abby?
Here or at cookingwithabby.com.
Absolutely. Shall we get started?
Oh, yeah.
Excellent, because there's a lot to do. Let's get at it, people. First thing we need to do is make our dough. Why are we making the dough? Because that's fun.
Because it needs to rise. That's why we make it right now.
Why we make the dough first is because we need to make it rise, let it rise.
Let it rise.
Yes, but why do we make our own dough? Because it's fun. You don't have to make your own dough. You could buy pre-made pizza dough.
Well, if you bought pre-made pizza dough, would you have to let it rise?
Nope. Rebecca, you've got 2 containers over there. This is some of our secret ingredients. So in here we have some salt, some pepper, some oregano, and some garlic powder. Sprinkle it around the edge there.
Like
In the edge.
Yeah, exactly. We have a well in our flour.
For a beautiful yeast.
Abby has already put our yeast in there and started to let it bloom, like all of our other fancy yeast recipes that we've done. Our garlic powder is very
keeps clumping together.
clumpy these days. You know why? Because it's like 700 years old and it's time to retire it.
You forgot something.
Can't keep any of that oregano.
Yeah, because I want to.
All right, so that took 25 minutes. Abby, taking perhaps a little less time. You want to go ahead and dump that
In our well?
in the well. In here we had a little bit of sugar as well. Mixy. And now, when we mix from a well, do you know why we make a well? Because you mix in the center
And then all the
it
stuff
starts,
pulls in.
Exactly. The flour starts coming in from the sides. Go. Now, we have 3 cups of flour. Today we opted for all-purpose flour. We have done various different flours. Most of the time we do about 50-50. 50-50 whole grain and 50-50 all-purpose. But, you know, your pizza dough is your pizza dough. You do what makes you happy. I find...
So is our dough going to taste different now? Because it's only...
No, most of it... I don't know if we make it mostly with I think we do mostly all-purpose, so it won't taste any different than we're used to.
I feel like it's like sticking. Can you see that?
Exactly, it sticks to the sides and pulls a little in. You know what? Let me grab the other camera and we'll get a zoom. Don't you wish there were more of us so we didn't have to run around and do all that fun stuff? We absolutely do. One day we'll be there, people. We'll have a full crew. And a location and all kinds of things. So we're getting there. Abby, now what I would think you should do is come around the top. You got a little water trapped up there. You bring it in. Now, I said we had 1 1/4 cups of water and 3 cups of flour. You know what? Dough is a fantastic thing. You never know what you're gonna get. So sometimes you need a little more water, sometimes you need a little more flour.
Looks so dry.
You've got a little yeast in there now, Abby. I think you should bring that in there. You know what we can do? We can take our spoon and we could go in. The water that we used before was
Warm.
body temperature to facilitate the rise of our yeast. If we were to add water, you don't really have to worry about the temperature so much. That said, I wouldn't put in ice water or anything like that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you that to hold. And look, I found my other ring, so I'm going to give you that to hold.
I'm married. This is the
Pity
right
the
hand?
fool.
Is this the right hand?
Yeah, that's where it was.
I'm married.
So, your hands are lovely things.
Yay.
Because it's not until you get your hands in here that I would say, I don't think we need more. In fact, this is kind of wet that I think we may need more flour. Yeah, I'm going to get it all connected, and then you guys can absolutely work the dough to knead it, because it's very kneady. Like you guys.
It needs a lot.
It needs a lot.
That was
Because
funny.
you need
So what are we doing
Babies
here?
need more.
We're just working in that flour, getting it all homogeneous. I used to be very afraid of making it too wet. I don't know why. I'd be like, oh no, don't add too much water. But no, dude, it's add as much water as you need.
Yeah, I know, I'm too floury. Better have yogurt stains on it for that month. I think it was from the smoothie, not it? You want to add a little splash of water to there? Because it's borderline. Well, and so what I do is I just do that, and I kind of just make the dough. It looks like dough, and that's what we're going for, obviously. Right? And you want it to be homogeneous. What's homogeneous mean, Rebecca? Uniform, all the same, without clumps of dough. Why do we need it? Do you remember? What are we developing? Do you remember what we're developing? We're making a big ball. We're developing gluten strands by kneading it.
Maybe we should do a full deep dive. I was gonna say we should get somebody smart on the show, but you guys are both wicked smart. So you guys can do the research and you can let us all know what's going on
We should do
here.
a slide presentation, but we do it like we record the slide
Because that's what
presentation.
everybody turns into YouTube for, is to watch PowerPoint presentations.
Yeah.
Actually, we've done enough yeast stuff that we really should do
A presentation.
some presentations. So Rebecca
You can
and
take your
Abby
wing.
are both going. Both.
I put it on the table.
Can I have my ring back?
Dad needs to wear
And
his
Barry's
ring.
going to work out some aggression, and we'll be. Actually, we're not going to come back with the dough. Our dough, we're going to finish working it here. We're going to put it back in our bowl with a little olive oil, and we're going to let it rise.
Looks like we need to take some flour out of that.
As I said before, I was rudely interrupted and had to do that on fast forward. We're going to come back after we set this aside to rise, and we're going to come back and we're going to prep our cheese. We're going to prep our veggies, and as I say, we'll wait for the dough to rise. So see you in a second. Look at us. 3 people, 3 stations. We got Cheese Monster here. I've got some pepper, some onions. We got some mushrooms. You know what? Now that I look at all those mushrooms, maybe we already did 1 here, so 2, 4, maybe half of the mushrooms. And maybe half the pepper, you think?
Can I start?
Of course you can start.
Go with that.
Oh, look. I cut it in half, but we had a pepper baby.
Baby pepper, not
Shall we
a
have-
pepper baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are gathered here today to celebrate the life of the baby in her pepper.
The baby in her.
Great, Dad. You're great.
You think I should perform eulogies for a living?
No.
No, please.
No.
No.
I think I did very well.
Yes, but please no.
Yeah.
Keep your job.
Keeping those fingers out of your way, Abby?
I mean,
You pretty good, pretty good.
yeah.
We are doing peppers, we are doing mushrooms. We are going to do what I like to call bambinos, which are
Bambino.
little pizzas where everybody gets to do their own.
Is Bambino
that
named after
idea.
Bambi?
I think bambino is Italian for baby. Italian people, please let me know
In the comments below.
in the comments below. Tell us what bambino means. I do not like the little
Or Google Translate.
Google. Hey Google. Oh, that's right. We
have-
don't have that.
we-
We have Echo.
Who's
Anywho,
great.
what vegetables? What other vegetables are we gonna put on here? We have some
We have some sun-dried tomatoes.
Sun-dried
Are they
tomatoes?
But they're soaked. I don't understand.
soaked in olive oil. We have
Oh,
some.
that's what they're soaked.
What else do we have? We have
Some
some
olives.
olives.
The onion.
Thinly slice that onion, people.
Oh, and now my eyes are gonna tear.
I had a teacher in grade 6 who told us that as a present we could buy her onions because they kept the vampires away.
I think that's garlic.
No, but she also said onions. So at the end of grade 6.
Romanians, let us know in the comments below. All right, so we've got a couple mushrooms there. We've got some onions. I don't think we need all the onion. Maybe
I'm gonna do
2
one.
more onions. Why are we putting this all in a bowl? Because I am a firm
Oh
believer,
my
people.
god, that's so weird. The texture.
It's a mushroom.
Oh my God.
So as I was saying before, I was interrupted yet again. How's that cheese going? You only done the small piece. Work your way through that. This is going to take for hours.
For hours.
For hours. Why in a bowl, people? In a bowl because we are going to put our vegetables in the microwave and pre-cook them a little bit. Why, you might ask? Excellent question.
Because we're dope.
Because we're dope? No. We're dopes. Some of us more than others. But what it does is it draws out some of the moisture. And when that moisture is out, it doesn't go onto your pizza. Because when you put moisture on your pizza, guess what you get?
Your pizza gets soggy and it's disgusting.
Watch those fingers. Soggy pizza. I think we've got enough mushrooms. We've got enough peppers.
Okay,
we've
we
got
can
enough
like
onions.
use them all.
Don't got enough cheese.
We definitely don't have enough cheese. We're going to wrap up the cheese, microwave this. Our dough, which I'm pointing at over there, should almost be ready. And then we will assemble
should?
before we get to the oven. See you in a minute. Vegetables are done, prepped, ready to go. Sauce, everything sitting right over there. But we have to do something else first.
Look at the dough.
Ta-da! I did the review.
By the way, when you cover this, you should really use a clean hand towel or something. 'Cause nasty. You guys can't see the dough. Let me extract the dough.
Oh.
Let me plop the dough.
Guys,
Let me
watch it.
poke it. Oh my god, I did.
Can you punch it? We don't have to punch it.
Okay.
But I
We
poked
will. We are going to make 4
Cut it.
bambinos. And who was it that asked Echo?
it. Me.
And what is a bambino?
It's a small child or a baby. I do not know what language it came from. She did not specify for me, but I do know
Probably
the definition.
Italian.
I assume it's Italian. Speaking of
Okay,
Italian,
so wait, what do we do?
you're going to roll this out to your pizza. Now, you guys are using a rolling pin.
You're not.
That was loud.
Very. We may need
Yeah, mine's
a
sticky.
little bit of flour for some anti-stick.
So
Mine's sticky. I'm trying to make mine super round.
And I'm gonna ask a favor. When we put our rolling pins back on the counter, let's not use them as drumsticks.
Okay.
No one listening to our YouTube videos right now can hear because all they heard was your drumsticks. So there's 2 schools of thought, folks. The way I'm doing it here, which I never do, by the way. I'm only doing it because we have 2 rolling pins. There's 2 of these guys. That's kind of how we do it.
Question.
Can I finish talking?
Yeah, but mine's
Cool.
for now.
So when you do it this way, you're not getting the gas out and your crust is gonna pop.
I can't.
The way they're doing it, the crust is gonna be flat. Abby, what's your question?
Not,
Should I put some on my rolling pin? Some flour? Actually.
What's your question?
it's not a circle.
Does it taste different if it's not a circle?
Yes.
That one.
Like
Here's
if
what I
our
suggest.
sandwiches aren't cut in a certain way, they taste different.
Which apparently not true.
No, 'cause
Yeah, it's.
What's Abby talking about? Be sure to go check out our Cooking with Abby lunch series, available live on youtube.com or at cookingwithabby.com.
I really don't care. I kind of want to make it a heart shape.
Heart shape. So we're gonna finish rolling these out. Abby is going to get out a, what's it called, a protractor? The thing that makes them perfectly round?
That's a compass, Dad. We had to buy those for this
It's been a
year.
while since I've been in school.
You were literally
Really?
shopping with me.
Really don't think that's an excuse. So Abby is getting crazy symmetrical. I
Yeah.
really don't care what shape it is. Rebecca's going for a heart-shaped pizza. I gotta roll out these other 2. We're gonna get these on some fantastic boards, and we'll talk about these in a little bit. But we'll be right back. So we have heart shape, we have perfectly round shape, little thick, it'll be fine. You'll notice I don't have pizzas. I'm gonna let these guys go first. They're gonna make those. We only have 2 of these fantastic things. Why did I you? Because I'm gonna divide the sauce because you guys tend to go ham with the tomato sauce.
Crust.
Spread out that sauce. That is my last step of involvement. So I mentioned that we were gonna talk about the fabulous little mesh things that I got going on here. I don't have a pizza stone. I don't have a pizza oven. We don't have any of those things. We just use a regular old oven, crank the heat up to 475.
It is old.
Little Miss interjects at any point that something pops in her head, you guys need to hear it instantly. Even if I'm in the middle of talking, that doesn't matter because somebody had a thought. So here you go. Never work with pets, animals, or children. And if they're your children, avoid them at all costs. Rebecca, cheese. Yeah, here,
That's
just
mean.
stick this over here. So you don't need the pizza stones, guys. If you want a pizza stone, go get a pizza stone. I think it's just as good. Nobody has complained about the pizza. Everybody loves it. So you know what? We don't need it. We have opted for straight up mozzarella. Again, we're going with mozzarella. These guys may just do cheese. They may add some olives, a couple other things. We've got some peppers, onions. We also, I said olives. We have calamari olives? No, those are calamari are little squids.
Coronati.
No, that's the name of the company. Somebody's off of their game today, people. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say add whatever you like to your pizza.
Calamata. Pitted calamata.
Calamatas.
Pitted calamata.
We have pickled heart of artichokes. Artichoke hearts.
We're so cute over there.
Mushrooms, we mentioned. Peppers, onions. Do what you love. The other thing you can play with is different cheeses. Goat's cheese, really nice, doesn't clump and melt down. Only cheese I don't really love is cheddar. I find not really working. So, our pizza artisans here are going to meticulously place all of their stuff. We are going to pop these, as I say, in the oven at 475, and we're going to cook them probably for about 15 minutes. You don't want to overcook and brown your cheese. You want to make sure your crust is just perfect. And as I say, I'm going to do mine next, and then we will come back and we will do the bestest part ever. You know, here's a little secret. This is our dinner, so we're going to eat our dinner live on YouTube.
Really? We're going to set up
See
our
you in a
camera
minute.
in our kitchen? Yeah.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys,
Girls.
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 We have all kinds of pizzas on our table here, and you can see them because we maybe adjusted the camera like maybe a little too late, but maybe here we go. So, pizzas. Mine just came out of the oven, mine and Tova's. I'm gonna cut off, I was instructed to cut Rebecca's just here.
And I'm cutting mine.
Because,
May I cut a little piece for myself off of yours?
yes.
But you're not going to
Thank
see,
you.
Rebecca, if we
There
only
you
cut
go.
there. Now, you
Now
need
hold
to cut
on, we gotta
this
wait for Abby to cut hers. She has very specific cut lines envisioned. You know, no one likes 35-minute YouTube songs.
Apparently I'm famished and in need of pizza.
I think I cheese.
Whew. Cheese, cheers, cheers, cheers.
I'll have a mushroom.
Great dough, good cheese, nice sauce, homemade pizza.
Just the right amount of cheese.
You had just the right amount of cheese. How's yours? You
What
like
is
yours?
this?
That's because you folded your dough, so there's a little bit of an air pocket going on there.
I don't care. It's good.
Make your own pizza, people. Again, we went ahead, we made our own dough. Why? Cooking with Abby. We always do everything a little more. Do you need to? No, but it's really not that hard. You know, if you really wanted to, we do it with English muffins sometimes, or pitas. A little sauce, a little tomatoes, a little toppings. Bob's your uncle, you're done. Speaking of Bob, your uncle, and speaking of being done, I am hungry. This is our dinner. We need to get to our dinner. Rebecca, if people like watching our show, what should they do with their friends?
Share them.
They should share their friends. No, you should share our videos with their friends, right?
And follow us
Subscribe.
on the Instagram and on the Facebook.
And
Hit the
thumbs
notification bell. Like so if we post.
Interrupting.
Abby interrupting? That never happens. Thanks
No.
for watching, everybody. Seriously, go make some pizza. It's delicious. I'm
and
sure.
subscribe.
Oh yeah, you can do that too.
Subscribe.
Speaking of interrupting. And yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for dealing with camera angles and fading sun. And we're gonna go eat pizza now because it's
We're
dinner
hungry.
time. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Court.
Smile.
Wait.
It's mostly directed at me because I'm grumpy.
Why? Okay.